From garages, performance shops, and basements around the country, hundreds of aspiring automotive entrepreneurs have sent in their submissions, and the best 5 have been selected. These competitors will have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to prove that their invention has what it takes to reshape the automotive industry.
We've created something that truly is saving lives on the road right now.
And with the clock ticking, they'll have to convince a panel of industry giants.
I want these competitors to blow me away. I want to leave the stage saying, you know what, I want that thing. I'm going to go buy that.
We're here at the world-famous Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles, California. And inside these walls, over a century of automotive history, culture, industry, and artistry is celebrated. Here, on this stage, they'll lay it all on the line for a chance to win a prize package worth over $25,000 and the title of this year's SEMA Launchpad Champion. I'm your host, Aaron Kaufman. SEMA Launchpad 2020 starts right now.
Check that one out.
Finding out I was a finalist for the SEMA Launchpad was absolutely amazing. I set this as a personal goal maybe about 3-4 years ago, and here we are. So it's really a dream come true.
There's a lot of really incredible entrepreneurs out there, so to be shuffled to the top of that list is it's a huge opportunity. We're psyched.
Come on in, guys. I'm your host, Aaron Kaufman, and welcome to the 2020 SEMA Launchpad.
Meeting Aaron Kaufman for the first time. Definitely really starstruck.
First thing I want to say is congratulations on making it this far. I know that it's been a long road, and we're about to give you the opportunity to give the elevator pitch of your lives and prove that your innovation is better than the guy standing next to you. And to do that, we're going to give you exactly 2 minutes, not a second more. No redos and definitely no room for mistakes. After your pitch, you'll have a brief Q&A with the judges, so make sure you can answer anything they throw at you. Then someone will leave here tonight the 2020 Launchpad Champion. And what do you take with you? A prize pack worth $25,000. That's going to be a 1-year membership to SEMA, a full-page ad in the SEMA News magazine, a premier spot for a fully loaded exhibitor booth at the 2021 SEMA show. And last but most certainly not least, $10,000 in cold hard cash. I figured that was something y'all could get behind. So here's the deal, guys. It's not me you have to convince. So let's meet your judges. First, Dan Kahn. Dan is a SEMA board member and president and CEO of Kahn Media, whose client list includes names such as Lotus, Roush Performance, Nitto Tire, and this fabulous museum which we are now standing. Dan, what do you think it takes to win this?
You know, a lot of people have ideas. What we want to hear from you guys is how you're going to execute on a business plan to actually make this thing work.
Next up is Brian Reese. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Retrofit Source, home to the top brands in lighting and the largest distributor of lighting upgrades in the world.
You know, the only thing that matters with a product is when everybody wants it. So I'm ready for you guys to blow me away and convince me that you've got the next must-have product.
It's a big task. Next is Melanie White. Melanie is a current SEMA board member and president of Hellwig Products, a 4th-generation family-owned business whose lineage not only reaches back to 1946, but also served as the founding member of SEMA, having attended the first ever SEMA show in 1967.
You know, I'm looking for grit, determination, and innovation.
On to Jonathan Mill. Jonathan is the executive producer and GM of Alloy Studios here in Los Angeles, California, and is our first Launchpad winner to return as a judge.
And the winner is Jonathan Mill.
Jonathan, what's going through your mind when these guys are giving you their pitch?
I want to see a confident pitch and a sound business strategy.
And finally, we have Darrell Sampson. Darrell is Director of Marketing for Turn 14 Distribution, the performance warehouse distributor with facilities strategically located in Pennsylvania, Texas, and Nevada.
Really what I want to see is a sustainable product that's going to have a business plan that will actually make a difference in people's lives and the industry.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think that listening to what they said they wanted to hear, I'm ready to deliver tomorrow.
All right, guys, when you're up there giving your pitch, you're going to be graded on 3 different things. Dan, you want to tell them?
You bet. People, product, and process. People is how you present your ideas to us during your pitch. Product is literally how innovative your idea really is. And process is giving us all the details of your business plan, whether it's manufacturing, marketing, sales, how you're going to bring this thing to market. Because to be honest, guys, we don't want to give you a $25,000 prize if we think you're not going to be able to make it to the finish line.
Yeah, what he said.
As an entrepreneur, it's always great to look up to people in the industry. In this case, we have 5 judges who have all excelled in what it is that they do. So the feedback that they can give us is truly priceless.
For your pitches tomorrow, we've randomly selected you for the order that you're gonna run in. And without further ado, the first guy up is gonna be Roland. Good luck.
Yes, this is my chance to get out there and show what we've been working on.
Next up, it's gonna be Eric.
After hearing what the judges are looking for, I'm pretty confident in our pitch tomorrow, and we want to get in the winner circles.
So the third gentleman to have the stage is gonna be Justin.
I'll trade you.
Followed up by Tangen, and then Matt.
Last. Yes. Going last, that's what everybody wants. At the same time, my hope would be that I would stand out no matter what position I was in. And I know that every single one of these other guys are really coming into play too, so I'm ready.
All right, gentlemen, it's that time. Time to get your minds right. More importantly, get your pitches right. And Roland, we'll see you on the launch pad.
Looking forward to it.
All right, positions. And roll camera.
My name is Roland Hentz, and I'm from Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm the CEO of Frontlane, and my product is Impulse. A lot went into making it, but essentially we looked at how brake lights are 40 years old, and we keep upgrading our phones and every sort of distraction you can imagine, yet our brake lights haven't changed. So we thought it's time for an upgrade. Hey everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
Howdy.
If I were to win SEMA Launchpad, it would be just a dream come true. Not only because of the work that I put in, but the fact that I work with so many amazing people, such a great supportive network, it would mean the world.
Well, Roland, welcome to the SEMA Launchpad. You got your pitch ready?
I'm ready, let's do this.
Roland, your 2 minutes starts now.
Thank you. My name is Roland Hentz. I'm the CEO of Frontlane and the inventor of Impulse. As drivers, we all know what it's like to have to hit the brakes hard, but the question is, will the drivers behind us do the same? Unfortunately, hard braking causes a crash every 3 minutes in the US. But there is a solution. We need to make your brake lights more attention-getting than any distraction. Introducing Impulse, an ultra-bright pulsating brake light that makes the driver behind you react faster. It activates specifically when you brake hard. It is extremely attention-getting. The drivers can't miss it. It prevents up to 50% of hard braking crashes. It's a true breakthrough. But the best part is that it's completely stick-on. It has no wires because of a motion sensor and battery, so you can simply stick it to the rear window of nearly any vehicle. We have 85% margins. We're selling through e-commerce and catalog, and we're now testing retail and dealerships. Now, this technology is extremely powerful, and what we want to do is get it into the hands of everyone so they can simply put it on the vehicle, or a mechanic can put it on a vehicle. Now, we visit our supply chain, we audit it regularly, and the key is that because of these margins, we can enable two-step distribution. We have tested extensively through research. The product is unique, which means our challenge is our opportunity. We need to educate people on what the product is, but if we can do that, there is a tremendous untapped market. We're selling to parents, 45 and over, and fleets, because these two groups care deeply about safety and are so vulnerable on the road. At Frontlane, our goal is to make the road safer. Learn more at frontlane.com. I'd love to take your questions.
Well, Roland, I thought it was a great pitch. Let's find out if you have the judge's attention.
So I'd like to get my hands on the product. Can you bring it down to us?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Can I ask what your sales are right now?
We currently have over $10,000 in sales. We sell through our e-commerce website, and we also have a pretty big catalog we're partnered with as well.
And you're selling through your own website. You're currently not selling through distribution?
That's correct.
Okay.
We're on our website and we're really research-centric, so we're focusing on seeing exactly who's buying the product and specifically why.
Okay.
Do you have patents pending then, or you're working on those? What is the IP protection?
2 days ago, we got an issued design patent. We're now patent pending for utility, and we're patent pending for our commercial version as well, which continues to advance the technology.
So Roland, looking at the product, I've noticed it's a fixed angle. How do you anticipate dealing with different slopes of rear windows?
So the LEDs in there actually rotate to accommodate any window angle.
Is it a mercury switch, or how do you make it work without wiring?
So that was a lot of fun to make. As an engineer myself, we have an accelerometer built in, so that motion sensor can feel when your car is moving. So it's kind of like if you're sitting in the passenger seat with the blindfold on, you can feel when the driver hits the brakes. You don't need to be connected to the car to do so. So because this is just stuck to the back window, it can feel when the car is slowing down. And when it hits that threshold, it activates almost instantly.
What is that threshold for deceleration?
Specifically 6 meters per second squared, but in reality you're hitting the brakes hard enough that you're going to look in the rearview mirror to see if the driver behind you is going to rear end you.
We haven't talked about economics, but I think you said 85% margin. I assume that's at full retail?
Right.
And is that inclusive of China tariffs?
Yes.
Okay.
What is your price point?
$129.
$129, and the batteries last for how long?
4 years for the average driver, so there's basically no maintenance.
What would you do with the $10,000 if you won?
What we're going to do is put this into our marketing efforts delicately, but ultimately the question is getting to the point where we're ready to just go for it and just scale.
Well, thanks so much, Roland. I think it's an innovative product. I think the judges have got a lot of their questions answered. It's time to get to some of these other guys.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Take care, everyone. I would say the pitch went about as planned. What I was not expecting is how conversational the questions became, because it really felt like we were working together to find a way to make the product and the company better. And so I really appreciated that, and it was a great surprise.
Let's take a look at our next competitor who's got it made in the shade.
My name is Rivera from Norco, California, owner of Dirt Dynamics. We manufacture the universal Ddx Truck Bed Mount. The Ddx Truck Bed Mount is a universal truck bed mount that's a simple, fun, and effective way to add a tailgate umbrella and/or flagpole to any truck.
Hi, judges.
How are you? Welcome to the pad.
Awesome.
Dirt Dynamics means absolutely the world to me. It's my own concept, my own child. I named it, and every day at work is absolutely a blast.
Eric, welcome to the SEMA launch pad. I assume that your pitch is dialed in, polished up, and ready to go.
Yes, sir.
All right, man, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Your time starts now.
Hello, and welcome to Dirt Dynamics. My name's Eric Rivera, 39, owner of Dirt Dynamics and inventor of the Ddx Truck Bed Mount. The Ddx Truck Bed Mount is a universal truck bed mount that's simple and effective way to add a tailgate umbrella or flagpole to the bed of any truck. Officially the first of its kind, universal to all trucks. Only 3 tools and 15 minutes to install. You're simply going to drop the tailgate. You're going to remove the tail light. You're going to mark 3 holes. You're going to drill 3 holes. You're going to install the mount with the supplied hardware. You're going to reinstall the tail light. You're going to close the tailgate, and you are off to the races. It works with bed covers, bed racks, bed slides, toolboxes, late models and old models. It's so simple, so effective, it will pay for itself after the first use. Well, how would you use it? Dirt Dynamics puts the fun in functions. With both personal and commercial applications abound, the uses for Ddx bed mounts are virtually endless. Own or manage a fleet of vehicles? Need to abide by state rules and regulations for shade? We got you covered. Like to brand or market those same fleet vehicles? What better way than a 9-foot canvas or a 3x5 flag? Need to be seen even more? Check out our high visibility safety flags. Protect yourself, your tools, your products quickly and effectively, all while branding your company. But the Ddx bed mount doesn't just work hard. We play hard. Let's face it. All work and no play makes a truck a dull truck. Camp, hunt, fish, bike, we got you covered. Surf, moto, chase, race, we got you covered. And last, but definitely not least, the patriotic. And now's the time, folks. With new truck sales annually averaging over 1 million new units a year, 15+ million trucks on the road in America, light duty and heavy duty.
Eric, I'm gonna have to cut you off. We're over time.
Oh, yes. Glad it's over, but it felt like I jumped in a Shark Tank.
Judges, I know Eric had a lot more he wanted to show. It looked like he was running a little long, so I had to cut him off. But now's the time to get all the questions about all the other information he didn't express. Now's the time.
Oh, sorry.
Eric, can you bring one of those down here so we can get our hands on it?
Yes, sir. So, the one that everybody fell in love with and the one we've been selling to date has been this. It's totally effective in its usefulness, absolutely no problem. But after being a year in the market, we have found better ways to improve it. And actually today, this is our first time that I've shown anybody, this is the Ddx 2.0. Simpler, quicker, easier, it's a better product.
Where do you make it?
Here in the States.
And do you sell the flags and umbrellas through
We
your
sell the
site?
flag poles, the flags, umbrellas, and we could do private label or co-branding on all of them.
What's the price point on this?
$90 on the mount, $50 for the flag poles, $70 for the umbrella.
How about the 2.0?
Same.
Same.
Can you offer like custom options to print like a company name on an umbrella?
I could do full 9-foot sublimations on it, full color, as many colors as you'd like, as big as you like, as small as you like, on the flags and on the umbrellas. And it's actually very cost efficient.
What kind of protection do you have on this product?
Lifetime on the mount.
More speaking to the, like if somebody's gonna try to knock you off.
Okay, got you, my bad. We have not patented it. Protecting it, especially overseas, is a completely different animal, so you gotta weigh the pros and cons of it.
Okay, so you're planning on being first to market with this specific type of product?
I am first to market. There is nothing else like it on the market.
Well, Eric, thanks so much for sharing with us. It sounds like you've got it pretty well figured out. Where do y'all say we see another product?
Sounds good.
Good.
Awesome.
I wish I would have finished. I came up probably 30 seconds shy of some crucial numbers information. I missed the number slide, but besides that, I think they see my passion, and it definitely, I think, was intriguing to them. It's just, do they like it as much as I do?
Let's take a look at our next competitor who believes that sharing is caring.
My name is Justin Bradshaw. I'm from Eagle, Colorado. I'm the co-founder of Rivera. Rivera is a mobile application and a website for power sports enthusiasts to discover, track, and share their experiences.
Hey guys. How you doing?
How you doing, Justin?
Awesome. To be an entrepreneur, you really do risk a lot. You risk the benefit of a steady paycheck. You risk really your whole life to put on the line for something that you believe in. So plenty of risk, plenty of reward as well.
Justin, welcome to the SEMA Launchpad. I assume you have your pitch all tuned up?
Ready to go?
Man, can't wait to see it. Your 2 minutes starts right now.
Alrighty. Everybody, my name is Justin. I am the co-founder of Rivera. I think we can all agree that this totally sucks. I think we can also agree that exploring roads like this doesn't suck, which is why millions of people around the world buy vehicles to get out and escape. But unlike Strava for cyclists or maybe like All Trails for hikers, the power sports community kind of lacks a common place to get together and do these things. Until now. Rivera is the world's largest app and website to discover, track, and share your power sports experiences. We do this in a few ways with a bunch of really rad technology that fits in the palm of your hand. For example, no one buys a 911 to go ride crappy roads, right? They're looking for the good stuff. So we've hand curated thousands of the best roads all over the world. If that's too hard, punch in your destination. Our twisty road algorithm will spit out the best way from A to B, and it's not the shortest time or shortest distance like Google, Apple, or Waze give you. When you're ready to hit the road, you plug Rivera into CarPlay, you get nav, and you unlock a whole bunch of other features, things like our friend tracker to keep group rides together, or maybe our weather overlays so you know when to put the top back up. When you come back, you can review everything in this really cool 3D rendering stuff that we've built, and of course share it across social platforms. There really is something for everybody in Rivera, and our traction shows it. We have over 1.2 million registered users in 160 countries around the world with awesome reviews. And that's really the result of a lot of hard work. Myself and my co-founder Mark have years of experience in action sports, marketing, media, and of course technology. And our supporting team come from some of the best brands in the world in our small office in Eagle, Colorado. So Rivera really is inspiring and facilitating incredible experiences. And just like the over 1 million people who already do, I hope you guys ride with us.
I think it's time to track his progress. So judges, what questions do you have?
Justin, great pitch. Sitting here on the edge of the seat, tell us about the monetization plan.
Well, it's not just a plan, it's actually happening. I mean, we have revenue now. It's a few things. The primary thing is recurring revenue from subscriptions. So people pay to get access to premium content, to You know, the weather overlays that I mentioned, the twisty road stuff, they pay monthly or yearly. It auto renews. It's actually a fantastic business model for us and scales very nicely into the future.
What's your plan about sort of avoiding liability that someone goes and finds some cool mountain road that you send them to and they do something stupid and go flying off of a canyon?
That's a good question. It's never come up. I guess we could ask Google Maps and Apple Maps and Waze and everybody else how they deal with that, you know. We provide information and we provide tools to people to go have an awesome time, and you still got to understand if it's a twisty road, you're taking on a little more risk, and you know, us telling you that it's awesome, you know, we feel comfortable that that doesn't put too much liability on us.
The part that Dan's mentioning, and to go further, the fact that you're adding a competitive element to it, where people are competing against times versus somebody on that same road, presents the liability.
Gotcha. No, we don't have any Strava type segments on open roads. Yeah,
all right.
Sorry, I misunderstood the question. Yeah, you know, we've got some really cool tech that we use internally, especially on our dirt bikes, to do closed course timing on segments, but we don't have any plans to do that on, it just doesn't make sense on paved public roads, can't do it. Tracks, totally different story.
So Justin, if you were successful in winning Launchpad, what's your plan for the $10,000 reward?
Disneyland first, as soon as they open. That's what my boy wants me to say. It's marketing, really, that can really move the needle for us, because people like it. It's not, we know that. We just need more people to like it. So I think, you know, easy answer, marketing.
Justin, thanks so much for sharing with us. It sounds like you've got it pretty well figured out.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think they liked it. I think everybody here is a passionate, you know, potential user of Rivera, so hopefully they can see that it really is for everybody. All you need is a cell phone and a car or motorcycle or snowmobile or anything like that. So it feels like they understood it.
Let's take a look at our next competitor who's trying to take a chip out of the windshield industry.
My name is Kanjan Desai, and I'm from Waterloo, Canada. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Alchemy, and my product is Exoshield. Exoshield is a windshield protection film that is effectively like an automotive-grade phone screen protector, but for your car's windshield.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
How are you doing? All right.
You know, this business means everything to me. As an entrepreneur, at some point in the process, you start fusing your own identity with your business's identity, and it really, to be honest, for me, it means a sort of a manifestation of my beliefs and my capabilities.
Kanjan, welcome to the SEMA Launchpad. I assume that you've got your pitch fine-tuned and ready to rock.
Ready to rock.
Excellent. I look forward to it. Your 2 minutes starts right now.
Advanced driver assist systems with safety features like lane keep assist and pedestrian collision avoidance will be in 75% of all new vehicles sold in the US this year. And 40 countries are already mandating that all new vehicles sold have ADAS. This means that in the next 10 years, there will be 900 million ADAS-equipped vehicles in the world. The sensors that power these safety systems are mounted behind the windshield. So when the windshield gets a stone chip and the windshield must be replaced, the sensors behind it must be recalibrated. This recalibration process is so expensive that for vehicle owners, the price of replacing a windshield has gone from $500 to $1,500. And for insurance companies, losses on windshield claims have jumped by 20%. We're solving this with Exoshield. It's a thin, transparent film constructed with state-of-the-art nanotechnology that is applied on the outer surface of the windshield to prevent stone chips. Exoshield increases the impact resistance of the windshield by 6 times and outperforms all other competing windshield protection films in scratch resistance and optical clarity. We sell through aftermarket channel partners like tint shops and car dealerships in 20 countries today. They buy in bulk from us and then sell to and install it for individual vehicle owners. We have over 295 channel partners carrying our product in their store today, and our customers have driven over 40 million miles with Exoshield protecting their windshield. And in Malaysia, our distributor has even constructed an Exoshield branded flagship store in Kuala Lumpur. In the long term, we view Exoshield as a platform product. We have constructed the world's first anti-frost coating that can be integrated into Exoshield so that people living in cold areas don't have to scrape their windshield every winter morning. This platform strategy has earned our technology awards from CES, the Detroit Auto Show, and the honor of being on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list for our founding team. Thank you for your consideration.
Well, it seems like he clearly knows what he wants. I'm sure you'll have some questions.
First of all, great job with the presentation. Clearly you know your stuff. what is this made out of, and what's the installation process like?
Sure, it's made out of a polyester-based material, but the real technology and the innovation is in the nanoceramic hard coat that we've spent over 4 years developing and testing so that that polyester can last for a really long time on the external surface of a windshield. The installation process is very similar to window tint. Obviously, it's a larger glass surface and on the outer surface of the windshield, so it is a little bit more time-consuming.
So as a follow-up, as a layman, is it sort of similar to like a clear bra with like a ceramic coating on top of it? Is that a liquid application?
The nanoceramic hard coat is built into the film, so it is literally like installing a phone screen protector, but obviously for your car's windshield.
Are you selling it now?
Yes, we have been selling it for about 18 months, and that's how we've gotten to 20 countries and 295 partners.
So to work as a chip preventer, it's got to absorb energy from the stone, right? What's the limitation? How big of a stone, or at what speeds is it effective?
We actually take steel ball bearings with a sharp edge on it as well and shoot it at different speeds. And at highway speeds, we see a 6 times reduction in the probability of the windshield breaking.
How much would this retail for?
It retails anywhere. We give our retailers the chance to price it, but it retails, if you're going for a Jeep Wrangler where the windshield's flat, simple installation, as low as $200. For most sedans, it starts at $399 and up.
Okay.
Say that you do win today. What are you going to use the $10,000 for?
We're going to invest it in, again, helping drive depth through our channels. So we've had a really strong start today, but the goal is not to have a strong start, it's to have a really strong finish. And so to connect those two things, what we have to do is we have to really work with our channel partners. So we'll be investing into helping them market, helping them learn how to install the product, and then again, growing our sales and marketing team.
Well, judges, if y'all have got your questions answered, I want to thank you so much for coming to the SEMA Launchpad today, Kahn.
Thanks so much.
Yes, sir.
I think the judges reacted quite well to the pitch. I think when you're crafting a story and creating a business, it may not work for everyone, but today, based on the reactions, it felt like it did work for everyone.
It's finally time to meet our last competitor. He's just trying to help Jeep owners keep their shorts dry.
My name is Matt Rayfeld, and I'm from Easton, Massachusetts. I'm the founder of Beachcomber Off-Road and the creator of the Stowaway Door. The Stowaway Door is a door designed for the Jeep Wrangler. It's a collapsible door frame that fits neatly under the rear seat or anywhere else that you can store a small tent.
How you doing, judges?
Good. How are you?
Great. I'm really excited to be here.
The company's my third shift job, really, at this point. I have my first, which is my paying job, and then have my kids as my second job, and my third shift is trying to get this company off the ground. It means a lot to me.
Matt, welcome to the SEMA Launchpad. I know that you've been working hard on your presentation, and I'm ready to see it.
Thanks. I'm ready to start.
Definitely. Your time starts now.
Hi, my name is Matt Rayfeld. I'm the founder of Beachcomber Off-Road and the creator of the patented Stowaway Door. Almost every Jeep owner at some point takes their doors off their Jeep. And that's great, whether it's to try to find a line on a trail, or maybe you just want to enjoy the day, or as my daughter says, it's just fun, Daddy. But what happens when the sun goes down, it starts to rain, maybe it gets a little bit colder, and all of a sudden the only thing between you and the elements are a sunburn and maybe a pair of wet swim trunks? I've lived that situation, and I can tell you that's not fun. The Stowaway Door was designed to solve that problem that has plagued Jeep owners for generations. It's a lightweight alternative to the heavy factory doors that, when not in use, can fold up and store right underneath the rear seat for you, and also is ready for use when that time comes. If the weather goes foul, or you need to make sure that you're protected from those elements, that's what that door will be there for. Here's how it works. First, you can take the canvas coating off of the frame. That's held on by Velcro, and then you disassemble all of the aluminum pieces. You put those pieces into the storage bag that we've provided, throw that bag in the back of your Jeep, and you're on your way. Here's the interesting part about this, though. There's over 2 million Jeeps on the road right now. Half of them have 4 doors, and that number is growing over time. 70% of Jeep owners remove their doors at some point in time, and most of them only put them on because of bad elements and bad weather that you might see. Most importantly, though, we know that this is a competitive space, that this is a really competitive industry, but we know that at least 7% of people in our customer interviews were ready to buy these doors before we even had the solution ready.
I want to thank SEMA and all of our supporters for everything that you've contributed to help us with this competition.
Matt, that was great, but I'm sure our judges have got a slew of questions. Are you ready?
Ready.
Matt, what do these cost?
These run about between $520 and $570.
How long has the product been available on the market? How many have you sold?
It's not available on the market yet.
When will it be ready for market?
We plan to ship our first production run by the end of November, so we wanted under Christmas trees.
Do you see this expanding beyond Jeeps into Broncos and whatnot?
Absolutely. That was one part that I hadn't added at the point. You know, the Bronco sold out their pre-order immediately, and it can definitely fit on a Bronco. As a veteran, I think that we have some options in the military space as well for non-combat based solutions.
Do you have any concern about safety?
We're going to make sure that our customers know that this won't keep you inside the Jeep. It won't keep solid objects from coming into the Jeep either. But no, I don't see any more safety concerns than any of the other doors that are out there that are canvas. The only difference is that ours is the only portable Jeep door on the market.
Where's your prototype that we saw in the presentation?
Back at the hotel. I didn't want to complicate anything with having that prototype up here on the stage. I get it, but it was a pre-production prototype because our original good prototype was at a factory before we got the news that we were coming out here. So that's been a little tricky, and I just didn't want to complicate the questions.
Matt, thanks so much. That was a wonderful presentation. I think it's time to talk about what we've seen today.
Great deal. Thank you very much, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. I'm usually pretty good at presenting, but this pitch means more because it's not a trophy. It's not, I won a pitch competition. It's hey, this is the real deal. You either come home as a top 5 finalist or you come home as a champion.
While the competitors let the adrenaline drain from their systems, their fate no longer rests in their own hands. It's now up to the judges to decide who's going home with the $25,000 prize package. I don't know about y'all, but I thought this round was particularly interesting. And I think they all can be successful in their own right. So I'm curious, what do y'all think?
I'd just like to say that I'm glad that I wasn't competing this year, because every year it gets stiffer and stiffer. It's a lot of good products.
The process that's led them to this point has been really intense, but you can tell there's just so much passion. And that's what I love about this is all of them are solving a problem in our industry.
I mean, I'm impressed. I think everyone did a great job, but there can only be one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Roland and his product Impulse.
Well, I have to say right out of the gate, he was calm, he had a lot of self-assurance, he knew his product. That wasn't a memorized pitch so much as a guy on stage talking about something he was passionate about.
I don't think he had a single or stumbling moment. He really articulated, he was on pace properly, comfortable. But the one thing that didn't flow with me was the retail price point at $129 I thought was, if he would have come in at $99, like that's a magical retail number. I could see this thing on Amazon at $99.95 or something.
The one element that he didn't seem to have sort of pre-baked and figured out was how are you going to convince people that this is something they have to have? I think that's the missing link for him. Once he figures that out, he'll be good.
Well, guys, next up we had Eric with Dirt Dynamics.
I think the high points, the product is really cool. I think it's a great time for a product like that, so it's going to have some ubiquitous appeal.
I also think that what was interesting about Eric compared to everyone else is everyone else had a product and they then have to go out and convince the consumer that there's a market for this, right?
That's a great point.
What was interesting about Eric, there's this built-in demand and people already want it. All he has to do is just make it and get it into distribution and it's going to sell.
I think the thing that stands out about Eric is that he is an industry insider, but that's also to his detriment because he had the weakest business plan and all of the other people prioritized the business portion of it. And so maybe having a partner who can be more of a business person would be very beneficial to helping him succeed and reach his true potential.
So next we had Justin with Rivera. What a completely different approach than everyone else.
Yeah.
I really like the product because I have actually been in the situation like I need a road or where's a trail, and I'm a Strava user, so it really resonated. Like I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I was more interested, like, how are you going to tell people? Because I'm into this and I've never heard of it.
I found his pitch entertaining, but you could tell that he said it so many times he was almost bored.
I did get the same feeling that he was bored.
I'm going to take that thought and I'm just going to throw it out on the table. Here's my take on him. I think he's got a great product. I think he clearly, with over 1 million users, he's already has a successful business. What I kept wondering in that whole pitch was I kept asking myself, why is he here?
When I asked him what his monetization strategy was, he kind of scoffed like, oh, we're well
making
past
money.
that.
Yeah.
We're making money. Which part of it? We're making money.
Yeah.
I think part of that is his delivery style.
Yeah.
He was very laid back.
Yep.
It wasn't in a hurry. It wasn't rushed. I just feel like that was his personality, and he was just like cool as the other side of the pillow, and that's kind of what we got. And it wasn't the same degree of pressure that everybody felt.
Speaking of some of the other guys that I thought were interesting is Kahn.
Kahn is clearly very, very bright, okay? And like
Incredibly.
he came like right out of the gate, like stronger than probably any other pitch we heard today. He was on it. He knows his product. He clearly developed it in a lab somewhere. But I think he's also approaching it like an engineer.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily good.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you need the marketing guy, like, you know, like Darrell.
One thing was the not having die cut pieces. I think you're going to double the installation price if you're cutting it off a roll, and then you're at the hands of the installer. Where if this thing was die cut for your car, you're definitely going to expand the addressable market.
So last, we have Matt with Beachcomber.
So first of all, I appreciate his service to the country. He seems like a really good guy. I like his story. I think he is probably, of everyone who came out today, he is most representative of our core consumer.
Sure.
He was a guy who had an issue and he loves his Jeep and he wanted to fix that problem, so he decided to do it himself. And I totally applaud that. That said, the presentation had some rough spots. And for me personally, I really wish he brought the door.
Yeah.
The fact that he didn't have the door, I was just like, what are you hiding? Why? It's here. It's in LA. You just didn't bring it to the launch pad.
And I wanted to see like how heavy it is.
Right.
Like, it might not be perfect, but you'd at least get the concept. Like, am I gonna put it together? But like, I would have liked to touch it.
Yeah. So we've been through the lineup. We've talked about a lot of things. Are y'all feeling like you're, funneling down, that we're getting to a finalist here?
I think so.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yep.
Okay. Guys, welcome back to the SEMA Launchpad. Y'all all had wonderful presentations and y'all had wonderful products, but someone has to win today. So we went back and deliberated. The judges talked about a lot of things they liked, they didn't, and they've got a few words for you. Matt, you're first up.
Matt, first of all, we feel like your product and your story really epitomizes the automotive aftermarket. You are an enthusiast, you found a problem, and then you created a solution to the problem. So we're really excited about that. The product itself, we also think is really cool. Two areas that we're a little concerned about. One is the product would have been worth 1,000 words. So having the product here would have been a great way to validate that it's a high quality product and something that really works well and collapses, as you say. And then the second thing is timing. So we're a little bit concerned about the time it's taken to get to where you're at and what kind of time it would take to get to market. So we'll leave you with that, two areas to think about.
Great, thanks. These executives know exactly what they're talking about. They're totally right. If I could have brought the sample in, it would have been great, but I couldn't really bring the prototype and assemble it in the amount of time that we had on the stage.
Matt, thank you so much.
Thanks, Aaron.
Kanjan, please step forward.
Kanjan, we all loved your presentation. You were very prepared. You came out, you pitched perfectly. Had even a little bit of leftover time, so that was great to see. And your product is very innovative. Some of the things we would have liked to see is the product in person. It would have been great to have a sample or even seen a demonstration inside of your pitch on a piece of glass with and without it. And also, we would love to see a die cut option. Other than that, it was a fantastic presentation.
Thank you. I think the judges in general were happy with my pitch. They wished that I had brought a sample, which hindsight's 20/20, but that would have been a good thing, and I'll take that into future learnings.
Kanjan, thank you so much. Justin, please step up.
You got it.
Justin, we thought your message was really polished. It sounds like you're well practiced and well versed in your product. Another thing that we really love is your revenue model. You're really clear on that. A couple things that we had just feedback for you. It feels like you're pretty heavy power sports focused, and we would have liked to seen a little bit more just in the automotive space. And then as well as like what you could experience on a drive, like is there a view at some point? Is there something that we should look out for? Having an understanding of that. So I think you made us all believers though in your product. So I just bravo on a great presentation, a great product.
Thank you very much. One piece of feedback was power sports versus motorsports and how I talk about, which I get, you know, we're trying to attract a wide audience of people who like things with motors. It's just awkward to say people who like things with motors all the time, so fair enough.
Justin, thank you very much. Eric, will you step forward, please?
Hi.
Eric, I think you've got some great stuff going for you. First of all, that second gen version of the product you showed us has a lot of perceived quality. It looks really well made. You've got an excellent built-in market for your product already. You don't have to convince people they need it. They just don't know it exists yet. So we think those are really, really good positives for you. Some constructive feedback. Obviously your pitch was a little rough. I think you had probably a little too much stuff packed in there and you were trying to race your way through it, and so that was a little bit challenging because you didn't actually get to finish. Also, just a suggestion, the Dirt Dynamics name, I think it is a good name, but we would suggest maybe some flexibility as you move forward with your business, because as you said yourself, there's a lot of opportunity in the marine market and all these other markets that dirt might not necessarily translate to.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Thank you. So I think the judges were spot on with their feedback. I think I really have a good chance at winning this. Our biggest competition, I think, would be maybe CanGen with the glass. That's a cool product. It's something I would buy. It's something I would put on my truck.
Eric, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Roland, will you step forward, please?
Roland, good job on a very well-polished presentation. As a group, we're very impressed with the passion that you brought to the product. One of our, quite frankly, our concerns is what you would do if you did win with the marketing dollars and what direction, and that was very unclear to us. Also understanding where you could place the product beyond the retail chain was also a concern, and I think that requires a little bit more research on your part, but overall, it's a good job.
All right, thank you all. I feel like the judges had a very holistic view of what we're working on. I think this is just the first step of understanding exactly what our challenge is. Now it's our challenge to solve it.
I would love to win, of course. I mean, you know, we put a lot of time and effort into this, so it would be fantastic.
One of the things that this will do is show my wife, hey, this thing that your husband's been working on in the garage was really meaningful to the industry.
I want to take home that prize extremely badly. I've been going to SEMA for literally 19 years. This is my ball, this is my dance. If I don't win it, that's it.
It's the automotive industry. You don't get into it if you don't want to win, but I wish everyone the best.
I am so excited to hear who the ultimate winner is. I'm really hoping it is me. We've done everything we can to this point, and so ultimately it's up to the judges, but we're excited. Fingers crossed.
Gentlemen, this is the part of the evening that we've all been waiting for, but no one as much as y'all. There have been a lot of broken hearts to get here, and there's about to be 4 more. So without further ado, the winner of the 2020 SEMA Launchpad is Roland with his product Impulse.
Yeah! I am beyond myself right now. I have just so much energy. This is unbelievable.
Roland, congratulations. In a competitive field of contestants, you've managed to impress the judges. Congratulations, and enjoy your well-deserved award.
Thank you.
Hi, Roland. I'm Kirsten Stone. I'm the chairman of the SEMA Young Executives Network, and it is my honor to present this $10,000 check to you.
Thank you. This is amazing.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
The first thing that stood out about Roland was how well-spoken he was. The guy knows his product, he knows himself, and he's very, very confident.
Roland is so polished. Man, he just nailed it. He just seems like someone really determined, willing to take feedback, and is going to apply it.
I'm super excited for Roland, man. He's got a great product, he's got a lot of heart, he's got a lot of drive. It's awesome to see.
Roland's product saves people's lives. You know, I mean, that's exciting all in itself. So I don't think that there's any way I could have swayed their minds, but, you know, I love the outcome. We're in good shape.
Getting to know Roland over the past day and a half, really, really happy for him first and foremost. Really grateful for the opportunity to be here. So for us, it's really just going back to it and getting back to work.
This is definitely not the end of Dirt Dynamics. Dirt Dynamics is going to be around. You're definitely going to see us at the SEMA show eventually. May not be next year, but we'll be around. You're going to see more of Dirt Dynamics.
I learned so much from the judges, and I'm excited not only for my company and where we are, but for what these guys are going to do as well. So, thanks guys.
Nice work, Roland.
Thank you all.